right, on today's video, we are back at the range, and today we are going to be testing out the Monstrum Ghost Red Dot with the Monstrum Ghost 3-power magnifier. Now, this was sent to the channel by Monstrum Tactical for a test and a review. If you have not watched the video before this, we did about a 15-minute unboxing of both of these optics. We went over all the specs of the Red Dot, the magnifier. So if you want to know all that information, go back and watch that video. Today, all we're going to be doing, getting this sighted in, running some rounds through it, and I'm just going to give you my overall opinion on what I think of this setup. Now, the gun I chose to put it on, this is my 7.5-inch AR pistol. It may not be the best fit for an AR pistol, but I love shooting this gun. I haven't had it out for a while, so I thought I'd bring it back out on the channel and have some fun with it. All right, we're going to be using two different kinds of ammo today. We're going to get it on paper with this PMC X-Tac, and then we've got my reloads. These are 55 grain Varmageddon nozzlers. They're sitting on top of 24 grains of H335. All right, the first thing we got to do is get this on paper. We're at 10 yards. I'm going to shoot at that bottom left target. We were out here doing some other tests, so see what happens here. All right, I'm going to go down and see where that hit, and we'll make our adjustments. All right, we hit about 2 inches to the right and about 4 inches low, but we are on paper. We'll take these caps off, and we're going to get this adjusted. Now, we talked in the video about the clicks when you're adjusting your windage and elevation. And they are really, really nice clicks. All right, here was our first shot. That was our second. I moved a little too far to the left. That was our third shot. So we're actually going to be sighting this in at 25 yards. We're getting ready to move over there now, but we'll move it to the right just a little bit, and then we'll get our 25-yard shots. All right, we're set up over here on the 25-yard range. Let's get this thing dialed in. Man, this laser diode in this dot is bright. I'm going to kick it down a little bit. I think I've got it down on like 7, and I can still see perfect. All right, here we go with the first shot. All right, I think we got it pretty close. I got a camera down there rolling. We're going to shoot a 5-shot group at the bottom right target without the magnifier. Then we'll shoot a 5-shot group with the magnifier. So, I want to talk about the dot before we get into the magnifier. Now, the dot, we talked about it in the unboxing video, running on this laser diode system instead of your standard LED. And it is starbursting just a little bit. It's not bad. I do have astigmatism. We've talked about it before. But I can't believe how bright it is. Now, I've got this turned down to 6 out of the 11 settings. So 11 is the brightest. 6 is where I've got it at now. And it's pretty crisp. And it's plenty bright. Now, if I turn it all the way up to 11, which we don't need it today. There is snow on the ground, but it is a little overcast. It starbursts on me pretty bad. Now, if I click the magnifier over, it does intensify the starbursting quite a bit for me. So, now the glass is just crystal clear. I want to adjust this diopter a little bit. And, but the clarity of the glass is amazing. For a $150 combo set, it's pretty amazing. But I do want to clarify, if you do have astigmatism, when you click the magnifier over, it will intensify that starbursting some. All right, let's shoot a 5-shot group at the bottom right target. I didn't bring a rest out here with me today. We're just going to use this bag, but it's an AR pistol. Doesn't need to be real precise. All right, there's our 5-shot group without the magnifier. Now, let's click the magnifier over, and we're going to shoot at the bottom left. Let's see if it groups any better. Never fails. Every time I come out here to test a red dot magnifier combo, I always shoot better with just the dot. But there's 4 of them, all within less than a half an inch of each other, and one right there. Now that was without the magnifier. And this was our group with the magnifier. So we're about a 2-inch group right here. So it's not bad, but I shot better without it than I did with it. But it was also a lot easier to see the target down here with the magnifier. All right, we got 10 rounds of the X-Tac loaded up. Let's shoot a 10-shot group, see how it does. All right, I got 2 USPSA targets set up. We're going to fire 2 shots into the A zone on the left, 2 on the right. Transition back and forth. We'll see how easy it is to track. All right, I think I got about 20 rounds loaded up. I actually lost count. I can't wear the GoPros today. None of the batteries are working. It's just too cold out here today. I'm not ready for another winter of filming, I know that. All right, here we go. All right, target on the left. We got all A-zone shots. Target on the right. Nice tight group of alphas, but we do got a Charlie. Still a really good group. All right, we got a decent amount of rounds on it now. We're set back up over here on the 25-yard range. We're going to shoot a 5-shot group, top right target. Just make sure we held 0. All right, not too bad of a group. Got 2 here, touching, 2 almost touching, 1 right here. I was aiming here, so we're not losing 0. That's a good thing. Not a bad group at all. All right, my final thoughts on the Monstrum Ghost Red Dot sight and the 3-power magnifier. I really like this setup. This red dot impressed the hell out of me today. Now, I don't know if it's the laser diode system that they call it versus the LED. In this category of dots, I've tested a lot of them on the channel between Vortex, Fiachi, Sealy. This dot right here is brighter than all of them that I've tested on the channel. I kept it on 6 all day out here. Now, we do have snow on the ground, which brightens things up a little bit. It's just awesome when it comes to the brightness of this. The magnifier, this is not a knock against it because I do have astigmatism. So this dot did starburst on me a little bit. Now, when I've got it down on 6, it's really crisp. But if I throw the magnifier back on, it gets a little worse. But that's on me and not on the optic. Now, the eye relief on this is pretty decent compared to some of the other magnifiers I've tested on the channel. And I think a lot of it has to do with this one is just a lot longer than, say, the SIG that I tested on here or the one from NorthTac. So with this coming back a little further, it gives you a really good eye relief. That's pretty impressive, especially for magnifiers. Now, as far as a magnifier goes, if you're going to be doing what we were doing today, where you're only going to be shooting 25 yards or less the majority of the time with, say, an AR pistol, this is a great setup because if you do need to go out to 50 yards or 100 yards, you have the extra magnification here to do it. When this was kicked off to the side and I was just using the red dot, I didn't even notice this was over here. It was out of sight, out of mind. But I have shot a lot with red dots and magnifiers before. But if you do need it, you can just kick it over and you've got that extra magnification for a longer range shot. So all in all, I'm really happy with this setup. I know normally we would run a higher round count than what we did today for this test, but I'm cold. I've tested plenty of Monstrums on the channel between their prism optics, their other red dots, and we have yet to have one fail, so I'm not too worried about this. The other awesome thing about the red dot is if you do not want the magnifier, this is a $60, $70 red dot, and it's just awesome. The clicks on your windage and elevation adjustments are real tactile. They're nice and tight. Having the free caps that come with it, I mean, this is just one hell of a deal. You can't go wrong with this dot. And like I said, if the magnifier is your game, you can pick this up also, get the whole set for $150, and you have that extra magnification if you do need it. Now, if you're going to be shooting 50 yards, 100 yards, or further out, then I would suggest you would look more along the lines of an LPVO. But if you're going to do a lot of short range shooting and you want to shoot a little long range once in a while, you can't beat the magnifier with it. Now, even though this starbursted more on me using the magnifier versus not using it, I will say one thing about the glass in this magnifier. It's impressive. It's super clear. I did walk over to the rifle range and I was looking through it down at the 50-yard targets and the 100-yard targets. It's really nice glass for the money. So I definitely recommend this setup. If you don't have astigmatism, this is just going to work great for you. There's really nothing bad to say about it. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.